Agrarian Reform History Issue in the Philippines. The Philippines Department of Agrarian Reform is a lead government agency that holds and implements comprehensive and genuine agrarian reform which actualizes equitable land distribution, ownership, agricultural productivity, and territorial security for, of, and with the tillers of the land towards the improvement of their quality of life. It leads in the implementation of the comprehensive agrarian reform program through the land tenure improvement, agrarian justice, and coordinated delivery of essential support services to current beneficiaries. So during the pre-Spanish period, quote, "This land is ours. God gave this to us." Before the Spaniards came to the Philippines, Filipinos lived in villages or barangays ruled by datos or chiefs, and then the datos comprised the nobility. Then came the maharlikas or the freemen, followed by the aliping mamamahay or the serfs, and aliping sa gigilid, which is the slaves. However, despite the existence of different classes in the social structure, practically everyone had access to the fruits of the soil. Money was unknown and rice served as the medium of exchange. So during the Spanish period, quote, "United we stand, divided we fall." When the Spaniards came to the Philippines, the concept of encomienda, or royal in grants, was introduced. This system grants that encomenderos must defend his encomienda from external attack to maintain peace and order within, and support the missionaries. In turn, the encomendero acquired the right to collect tribute from the Indios or the native. The system, however, degenerated into abuse of power by the encomenderos. The tribute soon became land rents to a few powerful landlords, and the natives who once cultivated the lands at freedom were transformed into mere shared tenants. So during the American period, quote, "Long live America," Philippine Bill of 1902 set the ceilings of the on the hectarage of private individuals and corporations may acquire. 16 hectares for private individuals and 1,042 hectares for corporations. Land um, Land Registration Act of 1902 Act number 496 provided for a comprehensive registration that homestead system in the Philippines. Tenancy Act of 1933 Act number 4054 and 4113 regulated relationships between landowners and tenants of rice, 50-50 sharing, and sugarcane lands. The Torrent system, which the Americans instituted for the registrations of lands, did not solve the problem completely. Either they were not aware of the law, or if they did, they could. So during the First Philippine Republic, quote, "The yoke has finally broken." When the First Philippine Republic was established in 1899, General Emilio Aguinaldo declared in the Malulu's constitution his intention to confiscate large estates, especially the so-called friar lands. However, as the republic was short-lived, Aguinaldo's plan was never implemented. During the Commonwealth period is the government for the Filipinos. President Manuel L. Quezon is passed the social justice program to arrest the increasing social unrest in central Luzon. Significant legislation enacted during the Commonwealth. So, during Japanese occupation, called the era of Hukbalahap, the Second World War II in Europe in 1939 and in the Pacific in 1941, Hukbalahap controlled whole areas of central Luzon. Landlords who supported the Hooks fixed rentals in favor of the tenants. Unfortunately, the end of the war also signaled the end of gains acquired by the peasants upon the arrival of the Japanese in the Philippines. In 1942, Peasants and workers' organizations grew strength. Many peasants took up arms and identified themselves with the anti-Japanese group. During the Philippine Republic or the New Republic, after the establishment of the Philippine independence in 1946, the problems of land tenure remained. This became worse in certain areas. Thus, the Congress of the Philippines revised the tenancy law.